Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Nerdy Girls podcast.
Fun fact, let's see. It's fall. Your favorite food on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. My name's KJ. My favorite thing about Thanksgiving, my name's KJ, and my favorite food on Thanksgiving is the dressing or the stuffing, depending on what you call it, or you shove it in the turkey or whatever. I don't, so I think it's dressing. All right. Woo, choo, 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 pow, pow, ping, ching, ching. And our gaming expert, Gamer Katie.
Specifically, pumpkin pie with Cool Whip.
Gross.
Ooh, yeah, I'm here for that.
Gross.
Pumpkin pie. Yeah.
All right, I'm leaving.
Okay, bye. Thanks, Katie.
I'm having fun. There we go.
Woo, 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 chee, chee, chee. To tell us what's got Johna weeping, it's producer Johna.
My brother makes this really great macaroni and cheese. Got it. And then he makes this dessert called Snickers pie.
Oh, yeah.
The best. It's just like the best pie I've ever had in my whole entire life.
I thought that was a Wisconsin thing. I haven't had a Snickers pie since I left the cheese state. Woo, choo, choo, pow, ping, poo, choo. Joining us from the Kind of Nerdy Dudes. Wah, 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 wah.
So intense.
It's producer Patches.
That's the most intense guitar.
Thank you. Well, in honor of Eddie Van Halen, I did my best. R.I.P.
Yeah. Good job.
R.I.P.
Thank you.
Good job. EDH would be very proud of you.
I'm sure he would.
My favorite thing at Thanksgiving is KJ's white cheddar garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Thanks, babe.
Way to get those cool points.
So I have a Chris Evans update coming up. Johna will talk about what's got her weeping, and Katie's got a gaming update. We'll get some dude news from Patches. I did get I got a link from the Heartland Film Festival that we can watch it virtually. It's $9, which I would pay for, and then we'll figure out how to have a watch party. So if we want,
that's way cheaper than a normal movie.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So I think we can do that. So I'm going to kind of bring that up in the group because I really wanted to see Stunt Women. Like, it's such a good movie for us all to see together. And
So good.
Johna, you've seen the whole thing. I stopped because I was like, this is really good and I want to watch it with my people.
Nope.
But you watched Stunt Women, the untold Hollywood story. Can you give us a little bit, because Katie has not seen it at all. Can you give us a little review and why people should watch this new film?
Well, it kind of I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but that's just me because I'm really good at rating things all the time. But it's just like when you think about stunt people, like most people don't think about stunt women. Like I know that I don't. Like when I see like, Black Widow or, Wonder Woman, I'm not thinking, oh yeah, she's got a stunt double. Like, I'm not thinking that. Like, I know all, like, the male superheroes have them. And so it just tells you that, like, hey, there are women out here who are, like, literally risking their lives so we can have these bomb-ass movies. And, like, they don't get enough credit for it.
Yes,
So,
for sure. And the women are amazing. I mean, when we talked to April Wright, who is the filmmaker on the episode prior to this one, I hadn't thought about it, but she's like, they're athletes. And they're professional athletes. And a lot of them
are jacked.
Yeah. I think the first time I really paid attention to stunts was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar was like so little, and that was kind of part of it, right? Was that she was an unsuspecting hero, the little teenage girl. But then when her stunt double would come in to do stuff, it was very, very clear that it was no.
Well, I mean, it was the 90s, so it wasn't really that hard to hide things in the 90s.
Where now it's really hard to tell. Like, I'll watch movies and be like, is he really doing that? Or that looks like he's doing the stunt, or it looks like she's doing that stunt.
And they've gotten so good at camera angles and everything else to help.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I really even if the group says, we're okay, we'll just do a regular kind of nerdy night in on Friday, I still would like to do a virtual watch with you guys if you're into it, because it's like the epitome of a movie we should watch together. I mean, she talked about being on the set of Avengers Endgame and accidentally getting a spoiler, and being on the sound stage they were on was Guardians of the Galaxy, was the ship. I mean, how cool to be like, yeah, imagine if we had the opportunity to be on the stage and they're like, yeah, your sound stage is going to be over there. And we walked in and it's the frickin'
The Milano.
Milano. Like, that would be awesome.
I wouldn't be able to handle it, honestly.
Yeah. We're going to change the subject to Chris Evans so that we can get on happier things.
Speaking of Avengers, let's talk about Chris Evans.
And I'll just say that we have not canceled our Ghostbusters night on the 30th. I don't have a lot of faith that things are going to get better in 2 weeks, but I'm not going to give up yet, people. So stay home.
Good. Stay strong.
Get your crap together so we can have a kind of nerdy night out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woo, choo, choo. It's time, wah, 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 for Chris Evans update. Wah, wah, wah. Breaking news about Chris Evans. Wah, cha, cha, woo, choo. You guys. How long has Chris Evans had that many tattoos and we didn't know about
Bro,
it?
oh my God, right? Oh my God.
I have
A long time.
purposely not talked to Johna about this so that we could get her legit reaction live on the Nerdy Girls.
And that pay off. Holy cow. That was awesome.
Okay. So to take it back a little bit to what we're talking about, in case you didn't know, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, Chris Evans posted a video of him doing a backflip into what I assume is his pool, because he's social distancing and staying home and all that. And you can see his dog in the background. You can see Dodger running around. But what is important about this, and I think he talked about how it was he was closing the pool down. Like, this was going to be the last dive and it was kind of cold. And
Chris Evans has a pool, so another plus for him.
Right. If you go way back to the episode where we talked about going to Chris Evans' house for dinner, whether or not we would go there, if we knew it was haunted and a ghost would be there, you'd be like, yeah, I'm totally going. I'm just going to be out by the pool. So anyway, to stay focused, Chris Evans does a backflip into his pool, but the news was the fact that his torso is completely tatted up. When I started watching it, I was like, that's not Chris Evans, because I know Chris Evans' chest.
Felt
That's
that.
not it. No,
I know that chest. No, you don't. You thought you did. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Oh, man.
So, Johna, have you heard anything? Has he talked about it at all? Like how long he's had the tattoos or what any of them mean?
No.
You just kind of put that
no, he
there
just
and was like,
keeps-
surprise.
Yeah, he just keeps posting about trees and stuff, and I'm just like, so you're just not gonna explain anything, huh? You're just gonna put that out there and keep on going. All right, whatever. Do you?
Right?
But I knew that he had more tattoos. I knew that he had some, but I didn't know that he had that many. And I was like, bruh. And I saw it on Twitter first because all the stalker Chris Evans pages just pop up on my Twitter now.
Oh yeah.
And so one of the people posted the video and I was like, wait a minute. So then I had to go to his Instagram and look at his story and I was like, wow, this man really has 1,000 tattoos and nobody even knew.
Yep. Well,
Okay,
I knew it was him. I saw it on Twitter first too, and then went to Instagram as well. But I knew it was him because of the dog.
Yeah, because of Dodger. Yeah,
that is Dodger. So that must be Chris Evans.
Oh man.
Oh, he's just a real delight, isn't he?
We're learning a lot about him in quarantine, huh?
We sure are.
So much about Chris Evans.
There's a lot of revealing things happening with him.
Yes, there is. I think now he's just you know what? I don't care anymore. Let's just do whatever I want, and that's what he's doing.
I already put my crank out there. Why not show all my ink?
Allegedly. We still haven't confirmed. It could have been somebody else's crank on his phone.
I love that we're agreeing to call it a crank.
It's just what it is from now on.
Oh, man.
Evans crank.
So that's all the news I have about Chris Evans. But
What good news that is.
I did in the Marvel realm. I think there's a little hope for those of us who are sick and tired of waiting for Black Widow. Disney made the announcement that they are their main focus with entertainment is going to be streaming. They're going all in with Disney Plus, more original stuff, just like going after Netflix, even working out a plan to how they can have some of the more adult type. Because Disney stayed pretty family friendly on the Disney Plus app, but now they're like, might be a little bit different because we're going to have all kinds of genres and
they should just have an adults only section, honestly.
Yes.
If they're going to start doing that.
It could be like the mature mouse. And a little warning comes up. This is for the mature mouse audience.
The mature mouse. Be like, are you 18 years or older? Yes.
How many years is that in mouse years?
I was going to say, so I was on Instagram and Emily Van Camp, the girl who played Sharon in Winter Soldier, she's also in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the TV show.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, she posted like a picture of her chair, like her actor's chair or whatever, and the hashtag was like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I was like, yo, is that where she's going to be? This is great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because Sharon Carter just disappeared in Civil War. And it's like, oh, okay.
Well,
there goes that.
Can we discuss how he kissed her and then he went back in time and
let's talk about it, okay?
to be with her aunt.
So now he's like her uncle or something, and also, how is she still alive if he went and messed up the timeline and married Peggy?
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying,
but she could have still been. Because she could still be Peggy's niece.
Maybe.
It could have.
It's his sister's kid.
Not messed up.
But
it's like her sibling's child.
But she could have not been born if Peggy married Captain America, because Cap's got a lot of friends, and her sister could have met a different friend of Captain America's.
That's true.
And there wouldn't be any Sharon.
It'll be interesting.
Wait a minute.
If they
You're telling me 1940s Captain America had friends.
Yeah. Hey, remember Neil McDonough, man? His character named Dum Dum Harris. Come on. Peggy sister marries Dum Dum Harris. That'd be awesome.
No, it would be good.
Remember he made reference to his barbershop.
He had one friend, if I recall.
He had other friends after the war and stuff, or during the war. He had his brothers in arms. Or
the Howling Commandos?
Yeah. The guy with the handlebar mustache. Come on.
Yeah. Dum Dum Harris.
Yeah. See?
What's his name? Dum Dum?
Yeah. He was in Agent Carter. Remember he did, his character had a cameo in Agent Carter.
I don't remember them calling him Dum Dum.
Yeah, it was Dum Dum.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I didn't watch Agent Carter.
You should watch Agent Carter.
It's
I know. I'm in the middle of watching, finishing Arrow right now. So, that's...
all right.
I'm watching Crisis on Infinite Earths right now.
Ooh, so good.
Yeah.
We should go back and watch that again.
Crisis?
It was so good.
Let me tell y'all how hard it was for me, because I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch Crisis on Infinite Earths before, because I watched, up until Crisis on Arrow. Well, we can just get into what's got me weeping.
I was going to say, do I need to do some sound effects here? What's got Johna weeping?
Yep, that's what I sound like when I cry. Yep. But so I was like, all right, because on Netflix you can see what hour it is, So Arrow was hour 4 or 5 or something like that. Because Legends is the last one. Yep. So, I was like, all right, which one's the first one? So I'm going through, Flash and, Supergirl, all of them, trying to figure out, which hour is what. And then I had to, write them all down. That way I knew which order to go in. It's a lot of work, let me tell you. But I will like to say that I'm very upset that they killed Oliver in literally the first episode of Crisis.
Oh, you didn't know?
I knew Oliver died. Like, I knew that he died at the end of the show because I've seen all the pictures of, Grant Gustin, like, doing the thing at his grave or whatever. Like, I've seen those. Yeah. Like, I've seen those memes, so I know that he dies. But I was like, you really killed him in the first episode of Crisis? Like, what is that?
How far are you in Crisis?
I'm on the one that's for Arrow, so, like, I'm almost on the last one.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I know he's, like, alive or whatever. He's, like, a specter or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what? I was like, he literally died on the first episode.
Yep. I know. I remember thinking, well, what are they going to do in the Arrow episode without Arrow?
Thank you. And honestly, the Arrow episode seems more like a Flash episode.
Yeah, it did.
Like,
yeah. I think they just kind of didn't care, and they were like, we need to tell the story, how we're going to tell the story, and those episodes are going to end up in whatever order they happen to run for release, because that was really the only way that they could do it, because it was so much crossover.
yeah. But how sad was I that Flash from Earth 90 died?
Oh,
I was like, oh, it's John Wesley's ship. And then I was like, oh, no. I was like, no, he's dead.
Bye, John Wesley Ship. It's good to see you again. Oh, shit. Bye, John Wesley Ship.
Oh, man. Why do I have to watch John Wesley's ship die again? I can't do it.
Girl, the amount of times I've had to watch Tommy, come on. It's
Bro,
like,
oh, my God, right?
I was so mad. I'm like, how many times are you going to kill Tommy? Stop it.
When I saw him in that episode, and I was like, oh, he's Tommy. This is so great. And then I was like, wait. I feel it. And it was just like watching Avengers Infinity War where Thanos snaps because everyone just like turned into dust. I was like, all right.
Yep.
That's fine. Just keep breaking my heart, people.
Do you have anything else that's got you weeping, or is it just been Arrow?
It's just been Arrow. I haven't really been doing anything.
Okay.
I started learning how to crochet.
Oh, you're getting a skill.
Yes, I've become
I'm so
a
jealous.
19-year-old grandma.
Oh, I have
I
no
know
skill.
how to crochet, but like I'm not. Everyone's like, "What are you making?" I'm like, literally nothing. I'm just going in a circle.
Enough about that. It's time for Katie's gaming update.
I'm in a very good mood today.
Yay!
So, do you remember a game that I talked nonstop about called The Outer Worlds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fallout
The
New
Outer
Vegas in
Worlds.
space. Same company that made Fallout New Vegas, which I love very dearly, and there's lots of pictures in my room.
Mhm.
They are in pre-production for a second game, and I'm very excited.
Ooh.
I know, I'm thrilled. Pre-production, it could get chopped. Nothing could happen. No promises, no possibilities. We know nothing, but the chance is there.
There's no way they're going to announce that and then it's not going to happen. That game's too popular.
I loved it.
It's okay news. It's not great news. It's okay news.
I'm excited about it because there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
Just a little bit of a chance.
Have you decided with your fiance what you're going to do about the gaming system situation? Because I know there was a Xbox PS5 conversation happening.
It's still up for a hot debate, but like I think we're going to go PS5, which was our original plan.
What was it about the Xbox that made you rethink maybe Xbox?
All the Bethesda games, so Wolfenstein, Doom, Fallout, all of those things were going to end up on the Xbox console.
Wow.
But apparently they're going to keep playing as normal, and it will also be on the PS5, which solves my problem.
Yay! That's
Katie's
good.
more of a PlayStation person anyway.
Although I don't know.
I wasn't originally.
You weren't?
No, I started with a 360.
What switched you to the PlayStation?
So I was working at GameStop at the time, and it was the Xbox One PS4 debate, and I was looking and listening and learning all the details and yada yada yada. Xbox One to me was just like a multimedia console instead of like playing games. So it did all this cool stuff where you should have focused, to me, was the video game part of the console.
So they kind of got away from what mattered the most, which is you're buying this to play video games.
Yeah, I'm
Forgot about
buying
what brought
it.
him to the dance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying it because I liked Halo and I like to play games and things like that, but it's cool that it does other things. I'm just not going to buy it just for the other things.
So did Xbox start that? Because I mean the PlayStation now is
PlayStation
like
3 was
a
like the first
full-on
one. Yeah, the
entertainment platform. Like it does DVDs and you can, do apps.
I remember you could watch Blu-rays on the PS3 and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they were the first one, like when they came up with the update and like the PlayStation View platform came out and all that stuff. That's where wasn't it PS3 that came out with being able to stream like Netflix and all that stuff on that platform.
Yeah, and it's cool, but like the point is to play the video games. Like all the bonus features are nice, but I'm not going to buy the car because it has heated seats. I'm going to buy the car because it's a good car.
Right.
All right, fine. Well, to give you an update, we've heard that it's going to be impossible to get a PS5. So if you haven't planned for it, you haven't pre-ordered it, know that it's going to be a while. But I think we talked this weekend about really starting once the PS5 is out, and hopefully there's a bit of a price drop then with the PS4, that we are definitely doing that. And we want to get games that we can play with each other so that, and I know you're not a big multiplayer gamer, Katie, but we want to be able to play with each other so that it's like an activity we can do together.
Don't worry, I'll let you borrow my Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Thanks, Johna. Is the Tony Hawk game something that we can all play together?
I think so.
Is it? That would be fun.
Yeah. They have multiplayer.
Love it.
So
cool.
I think you should be able to play with your friends and stuff.
So that's our plan. So we're going to keep an eye on things through the holidays and see when a good deal comes up for a PS4, and then we'll jump on it. I didn't see any with Prime Day. Did you? There's not any gaming deals with Prime
you
Day.
can't even get a PS4 right now.
Okay. All right. Well.
Of course not. Why would you be able to?
Right.
All right. Choo, choo, pow, pow, ping, wow, 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 wow,
Oh, man.
it's time for dude news. Dude news. Dude news. Dude news. Dude news. With producer Patches.
Wow, you've gotten really, really good at the dude news part.
Thank you. I've been practicing in front of a mirror.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Awesome. And just for clarification, was that you playing mouth guitar or killing one of our cats?
I would never harm our cats.
Okay, cool.
That was
Honestly, if KJ ever harmed an animal, I would probably die of shock.
Right,
well,
exactly.
You and me both.
On the spot.
All right, well, dude news. The current dude news I started today. It is a show on Netflix called The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. He's the guy, stand-up comedian.
I love him.
Yeah.
He is so funny.
Wait, who is he?
He's the one. I am the machine. He's
the guy who tells jokes without his shirt on.
Yes, he's like
real hairy and like he's got like a beer gut. Oh my god, but he's so funny. I love him.
I don't think I know him.
Yeah, he's very funny. Him and Tom Segura are best friends.
Just look him up on Netflix. His specials are hilarious.
But yeah, so he came out. It just released. It's called The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. I mean, he's talked about like his anxiety and his OCD and all this stuff, and how the show originated was he told his wife that he's gonna get a cabin and like just go up, take time off, and just kind of relax and just be peaceful and all that stuff. And but then in doing that, he realized, I can't sit still. I can't have peace without at least mixing in some work and conversation and all that stuff. So he started bringing some of his friends up to the cabin. And so they're filming all this stuff. I mean, the first episode was hilarious. I just finished the second episode that had Nikki Glaser and Caitlyn Jenner were the two guests on it.
Nikki Glazer's great.
Yeah, she is hilarious.
I'm trying to think. I think I watched her on something, and I didn't.
She's on Conan a lot, and then you would probably, if you ever watch the clips of the Comedy Central roasts, she's like the female comic that just destroys everybody.
Well, I was watching this show on Netflix called The Stand-Ups, and it's just
she was
all
in
the stand-ups
too.
Okay, maybe I Was she in like the first season? Yeah. Okay. I think I just watched her episode and I didn't think she was really that funny. I'm trying to remember.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Well, her
Sorry.
new Netflix special came out, I think, a couple months ago, and I watched that, and it was really, really good too. So, but yeah, no, that's a D news for that.
And also, you're not bringing up the fact that Johna Patches has caught up all the way on Supernatural.
Yes,
I know.
I'm officially caught up.
So now on Thursday night, we can watch it together.
Let me tell y'all.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Supernatural, let me tell y'all what I had to go through to watch Supernatural last Thursday.
Oh, dear. Apparently, Katie knows because she just fell over laughing. All right, let's hear it.
Look, so I was like, oh my God, Supernatural's coming. And I had to make sure, like, I made a plan. I was like, y'all, I got to be home by 8 o'clock. Like, I don't care. Hell or high water, I am at home watching Supernatural. Don't care.
Yep.
Okay. So I get here and I turn it to channel 8 and it's like, you don't have this channel. And I'm like, what the F you mean I don't have this channel?
Oh my God.
Because apparently AT&T and like channel and like Wish are in like a fight or some stupid shit like that. And so I'm like, oh no. Like,
Johna, that's been going on for like a year. Like,
okay, well, I thought it was
Since
over. Like,
January.
Yeah.
Since I started working there.
I thought it was over, guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is where Katie works.
And I hadn't been and I had been watching Supernatural on Netflix. Like, I hadn't been watching it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I hadn't paid any attention to it. So I thought that was over. So my mom, when this first started, bought an antenna, like literally went and bought an antenna. So she could watch the Colts games, right? So I'm hooking the antenna up in my room, and I wish I could turn my computer around so you guys could see it, but my room is a hot mess right now. But like literally was like I was plugging the antenna into my TV, and then like the channels weren't working, so then I had to do like the channel search thing, and it was going too slow, and I only had like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get to watch it. Like, I was so fucking stressed because I knew I was gonna miss Supernatural because it was taking too long, and then like it started like finding channels. And it was up to like 13 channels. And I'm like, channel 8 is probably in there somewhere, right? So like I stopped the channel search and then it went off. And then Supernatural was on. And I was like, yay. But then I had to like move the rabbit ears and shit. That way I could like make sure I had a good connection. And oh my God, it was such a stressful time.
How does it feel to watch TV in 1995?
Like it did when I watched it in 1995. Very stressful. Oh man. And that's what happened. So I got to watch it though. So that's all that matters. And I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to keep these for like the next month and a half. So
yeah, it was nice that they did an episode that was somewhat, like upbeat and fun. Yeah. And here's why we love you guys. And I mean, right before they crush our souls.
Literally, that episode made me so sad. I was like, this is like the saddest happy episode I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. I know, because that like I was even, not to spoil anything, but as you're watching it, I think, and I probably wasn't the only one, you're questioning whether or not it's even real because it's so perfect and happy and things are like that. You're like, this isn't really happening.
I knew Mrs. Butters was bad. As soon as I saw her, I was like, she's bad. She's too nice.
Yep.
And then she kept making Jack all those smoothies, and I was like, there's something in that smoothie. I know it.
Right. She's locked in the bunker for 70 years for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, well, yay. So now we get to Patches. Was there anything that you were surprised by or moments that you, I don't know, anything that stood out to you as you were binge watching to catch up?
Having Eileen back was great.
Yeah.
I really
love
enjoyed
her.
that. I feel like she's just going to get killed and it's just going to destroy Sam.
I just feel like everybody's going to die. So let's just be prepared for all the terribleness.
I'm 100% going into these final 6 episodes with the Game of Thrones mentality. Period.
This is Supernatural. This is Infinity War without Endgame.
Yes.
Yep.
That's why. That's what I'm prepared for. Same. That's it.
Same.
It's gonna be bad.
I know. And then like when the episode started out, and I was like, okay, wait. I was like, this is a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, they're starting us with a good episode because everything's about to go to shit afterwards. Like,
Yep.
the next six episodes are just going to be like the most intense thing you've probably ever seen in your life, honestly.
No,
That's
the one-
exactly how I feel.
I think the thing I've liked the most so far about getting caught up is they're bringing back the old monsters. You know, like seeing the Twins and the Reapers are back in the game, and like all that, all that, those little things that they've just kind of lost through the years because it's angels, demons, God kind of thing that they're fighting. So that's been really cool to see that come back.
I saw something today, and I can't confirm it. So I mean, it might just be like a junk tweet. But I saw a tweet that Rob Benedict and Ruthie Connell might be dating.
Yo, I saw that too.
Did you? Yeah,
I saw that. Someone posted it and they had a Nerdy Network, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any strong opinions if they are. But
I think it's
I also
cute
thought
'cause
Rob
they're
was
like
married.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Ooh, that's a good question.
oh yeah,
I really thought that he was married. Like,
I don't know.
I'm going to Google it. Hold on.
I know
Oh, yeah.
Dick Spade is, but
Get to the bottom of this, John.
I bet his wife has such a good time because he is so funny.
Oh my gosh, right?
right. But I think it's cute because they're the same height, basically.
They are.
They're
yes.
really tiny people.
That was one thing I didn't, that I was excited about when we got to interview Rob was we're standing up and he's not very tall. So I was like, oh, nice. Thank you.
Right?
He's so pretty.
So pretty.
I remember that interview so vividly because I just remember sitting there like taking pictures and like KJ's like got him in the sunlight and I'm just like, man, what a crush I have on this guy right now. Like,
Yeah.
Some of us were actually working.
you weren't even there that day.
I know, not me.
I was working. I was supposed to take pictures and that's what my job was.
That was Johna's job. And she took great pictures.
Actually, Rob is divorced since 2019.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Oh.
there you have it.
Okay. Well, that is interesting.
I know, very interesting. But it's so weird because, like, how much, like, work together have they, like, done? Like, I mean, they probably do, like, the conventions and shit together, like, a lot.
Yeah, they do
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of the
yeah.
conventions together.
Yeah.
So they've been traveling and touring and stuff together for years. But I don't know how much they didn't really have a lot of crossover in the
In the
actual
show,
show.
right? That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
Yeah.
a few episodes.
I don't know. That's some good supernatural trivia too. They even
damn.
had thieves
I know.
together.
I know they have with when they were fighting Amara because he was there and
Amara.
Rowena was there and all that stuff. So
Well, I got one more thing, and I don't know if anybody else does, but just kind of like, in the transition of saying goodbye to Supernatural, did you catch Jensen Ackles' first appearance as Soldier Boy
I did.
in The Boys, that trailer that they put out?
I honestly, when I was going into watching the trailer, I was like, oh, like, Jensen Ackles is, like, really gonna, like, be in the trailer, and he really wasn't, and I was a little sad that he wasn't actually like super duper in the trailer, but also like really weird to see the guy who plays Homelander not look like Homelander.
I know. I was like, I mean, I guess, they're they probably all filmed that at home. They're in their own, studio. They were apart, and so he didn't have his hairstylist to, bleach his hair up. But it was weird to see him not as Homelander. Like,
Yeah, I was
mean, like, I know you're Homelander, but you're not Homelander.
well, and he
He's
said in
like-
the beginning that
he's in his-
like, oh, it's been a while since I put the incognito disguise.
yeah,
on.
like since he was using his secret identity, and I was like, bro, like your hair is like a whole different color.
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
what even? Are you
Oh,
wearing
it
a
was like
wig?
jet black.
Yeah, and his hair is like so blonde in the show, so I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Also, I think that I don't know his name, the actor's name. I honestly think that he looks like if Chris Pine and Bradley Cooper like had a kid together. I think
What's
that's
his name?
what he looks like.
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like his dads are Bradley Cooper and Chris Pine.
That's not a bad combo.
It's not. They're very handsome. He's a really handsome guy.
Yes.
Hate his character.
Yeah, but Johna,
Hate
listen,
Homelander.
have you heard what they're saying about Jensen, about Soldier Boy?
Are we gonna hate him too?
He's worse than Homelander. Worse. And you know who confirmed it? Our friend Chad Michael Collins. He's like,
Love
deep
him.
into the comic books, right?
Yeah.
And I posted something about Jensen's appearance, and he said, "You don't even want to know what Soldier Boy was like in the comics." I'm like,
Oh no.
oh,
You mean we're gonna get to see Jensen be like a whole different person
yes,
for more than like 5 episodes?
Right.
Great.
No.
it's gonna
Very
be
exciting.
worse than Demon Dean.
Demon
Like,
Dean really wasn't that bad.
wasn't that bad,
No.
right? But
No,
we
he
were all
wasn't.
worried about it, and so
I know.
this is gonna be.
I'm really excited for Jensen for this because, I mean, whenever he had to be a different, like, personality type in Supernatural, it didn't last very long. Like, Soulless Sam was a whole season. Like,
Right.
Sam, like, as Lucifer was, like, a whole season. And Jensen only gets, like, 4 episodes of being Michael or 4 episodes being, like, Demon.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
was
like,
always so short.
yeah, so, like, I'm really excited to see Jensen, like, be, like, a bad character, like, for longer than 4 episodes.
Yeah, but you might regret that based on everything that they're saying. I'd be like, oh man, I never.
Well, I mean,
that
honestly,
was-
I mean, I'm not caught up on the boys, like, because I was waiting for all the episodes to hit, because I was like,
Yeah, we're not either. I think we have 2 or 3 left.
We have 2 left.
I literally am only on episode 1 of season 2.
Ah,
So,
okay.
like, I have, like, since the last time I talked to you about it, I haven't done anything.
Well, there's only 8. It's really short.
Yeah, I know,
So.
but I mean, I honestly can't imagine someone worse than Homelander, because Homelander is like, I honestly, if he wouldn't like murder me, I'd probably
keep on,
like try and
and
kick
keep
his
watching
ass.
season 2.
It gets worse.
Yeah,
Worse,
You're
God,
more uncomfortable
Yeah.
in season 2.
it's
yo, season 1 was so uncomfortable,
I know it's
so uncomfortable.
Oh,
Dude.
he
Oh
topped
my
himself.
God.
it's worse. It just like keeps going, and you're like, I don't think this is gonna get it. Yep. Oh yeah, it did. It just got worse.
How is
Like-
the Deep in season 2?
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
He's funny.
I kind of felt bad for him in season 1, like
Yeah.
after the whole thing happened. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad for him. And I thought they were going to use that to like develop his character like a little bit more. And they did not. They're just like, he's
Yeah.
going to join a cult. I was like, okay.
So that you're gonna see a little bit more of how that develops in season 2. Yeah, you definitely. He's still an outsider, but you get to
Yeah.
kind of see how he's gonna. He makes a play to with one of the other characters to kind of bring them into the cult. So that's his storyline in season 2. But
I
yeah,
just wanted him to learn the error of his ways and become a better person. And they were like, no, cult. I was like, all right, whatever.
Right.
No character development there. That's fine.
yeah,
Not upset.
there is in this one, and I think what they've set up for season 3 is going to be even better. Because I think, I mean, and it's not necessarily spoilery, but they're really setting season 3 up to just take down the soups. So you're going to see,
Yes.
yeah, you're going to see them kind of get what they have coming to them in
Yeah,
season
because
3.
that's those guys. After that whole plane thing in season 1, was it? Was
Yep.
it season 1?
Oh yeah, that's season 1.
Not the first episode plane, like the towards the end plane episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that is, excuse my language, KJ. That's fucked up. And I was I almost didn't want to finish watching that episode because I was like, that really like hurt my feelings just then. Like, I was so sad. Like, man, like what kind of shit is that?
Well, that's pretty much the entire premise of that show is what kind of
Literally-
shit is that?
Literally, the premise of the show is all you say the whole time is what the fuck. That's the whole premise of the show. Because that's all I say every single episode.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Someday we hope to get back together, but in the meantime, we'll still keep putting out the shows for you. We are the Kind of Nerdy Girls, part of the Just What I Needed network. Hopefully, we were just what you needed. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Kind of Nerdy Girls, and join our fun group of nerds, the Kind of Nerdy Network, on Facebook. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.